And he's like, why are you like this? And I was like, and he goes, yeah. And I was like, I'm a mentally ill woman of a certain age. He started laughing so hard. He's like, that song's about drugs and you don't even do drugs. I'm like, I don't care.
Riley comes in. Angel City on the run.
Corner kick presented by shenanisode. Shifty work into the box. And across. It's in. Oh, it's LaRue. It's a dream return.
Welcome to Casual FC. For today, an Angel City match recap and footy therapy pod featuring two podcast certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Mario Salazar, with my amazing, did not fart because it's potatoes, co-host, Angela Morales.
To clarify, I bought a big giant bag of potatoes from Costco and then promptly forgot I bought them for a week and a half, and they have sprouted, and whatever. I legit half the bag was going to be planted anyway, but now all of the bag is going to be planted. And I moved the bag, and now my living room smells like potato farts. And I'm drinking out of a pasta sauce glass jar situation, but it's the perfect size. So what's up, everybody? we are already off the rails. I'm sorry for whatever happens, but here we are.
Here we are. You know what? We decided we'll see how short or long this episode ends up being.
Yeah.
But we decided to split, focus on recap. There's a lot of stuff that happened, a lot of stuff to be said. And we'll focus on the preview next week because the game isn't for another 2 weeks. And you know what?
Because there's a national team game on Thursday in Philly at Subaru Park where Alex Morgan scored her first international goal. And they're honoring Alex Morgan. So it works out.
You know,
Go soccer.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same problem on the men's side. The playoffs are about to start this weekend. And then guess what? Right after the first round, international break during the playoffs. It's so stupid.
That's
Scheduling. You have a calendar
sense.
And you know how things work in chronological order. I don't know.
Do we? Yeah, no.
All right, well, let's get started. Everybody was in their feels this weekend.
For sure.
So that's the Chaos Award. If we got to
Yeah.
give something, it's going to be just everyone's emotions, everybody in their feels.
We'll get there too.
We'll get there too, yeah. Yeah. Take us through it.
Okay, so this weekend scores kind of sort of didn't really matter in terms of Angel City, but they mattered because they mattered. And people are still trying to figure out what spot they're going to be in for the playoffs. Overall, congratulations to Seattle, who also just celebrated Lou Barnes' retirement, and I'm upset.
There will be an episode for that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So much retirement. San Diego clinching officially. Portland, sure. And Gotham for securing playoff spots. Officially, they are in the playoffs. They cannot be kicked out, blah, blah, blah. Louisville and the Courage are on the bubble. Permutation Primo, we'll get into that a little bit later. But scores around the league. On Friday, the weekend kicked off with North Carolina beating Bay FC 4-1. One of them was a penalty that Jordan Silkowitz blocked. That was amazing. One of my very good friends from college has season tickets to Bay FC games, even though Angel City is like her team at heart. She lives up in Rohnert Park. And she was at the game. I get a video of Silky blocking that PK. And I was like, ooh, so good. And then I saw the final score and I was like, ooh, so bad.
There's a bright spot.
Yeah, it was a beautiful block. The Reign beat Utah 2-1 on Saturday. Orlando beat Washington 3-2. The Houston Dash upset Kansas City. I will assume, probably correctly, that Kansas City played like 3 starters-ish, maybe. But whatever. They're prepping for the playoffs and people need minutes. So 1-0 Houston won. And the Dash beat Chicago controversially 6-1.
The Wave beat Chicago.
What did I say?
The Dash beat Chicago.
Oh, no. San Diego, the Wave, beat Chicago 6-1. There was some controversy with that game. San Diego was already up 3-1, and one of the San Diego players found their way into a Chicago huddle for no reason at all. You do that strategically if the game is close or the game is a decision maker. Some words were exchanged between coaches.
That's some like Little Giant shit. It's like what you do in a movie about like Pee-wee sports.
Yeah, and like it happens in basketball. Pino did it. Like it happens, and it happens on purpose and kind of just for shits and giggles. Other times strategically. There was no reason for this, but whatever. And then Racing and Gotham tied, and then our game happened.
So Racing and Gotham was the main match that we were concerned with. Any point that Racing got would have eliminated us. If they would have lost, it would have kept hope alive, which didn't matter in the end, but would have kept us alive. I was streaming the end of the match on my phone. The end of the match when Gotham...
Chaos.
It was complete chaos. The end of the match, Gotham tied it up. And it was during the pregame ceremonies and things that were happening at the game. So I was sitting in my seat with my kids and my mom. And...
Your mom got to come.
Yeah.
Also, sorry I didn't see you. That was weird. Whatever.
It's a busy day and all that. But I was sitting down and my daughter, she's young. She's going to school. She's learning about, right now, she's actually learning about the branches of government. She's learning she's learning about the national anthem and all that stuff. And she looks at me and she's like, stand up, because the person was singing. She's like, stand up. And I was like, leave me alone. I'm watching the game. And then I'm like, fine. So I stood up and I was like glued to my phone.
My head is a sign of respect.
Yes.
Like church.
But I was watching because I was like, there is some chaos happening. There might be another Gotham goal, imminently. And I'm like, I'm going to fire off like, we're alive. And then it blew the whistle. And then I was like, fuck.
That was fun while it lasted for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I sold my first trading card after the game.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have to go to the post office, but this one of one is getting shipped to Missouri this week.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
See,
so,
it's all coming up. It's all coming up.
Yeah. As we know, we played Portland on Sunday. It was the last home game. And we lost. And it's a bummer because we didn't play poorly. It wasn't one of those where we were lost in the sauce or whatever. Granted, you could tell everyone was like, emotions were high for the team. June was like crying before the game. June was a mess. June Endo was all of us. And I think every outlet has said it. We said it in the Discord. I said it in the Discord. It's been said everywhere on the internet. June Endo was everyone on Sunday. Unable to keep it together, and I don't blame her. Those are two women who helped her adjust to life in Los Angeles, and that's hard.
And both of them were on recovery together.
Yeah.
So both of them were away from the main team. As the team was traveling, as the team was training, they were both sidelined and doing their own rehab and recovery together. They definitely had all the opportunity, all the time to bond even closer.
Injury recovery is a different kind of bonding. It's a different relationship builder. And
I mean, there was those videos of like when the team might have been in like New York or something, and then it's Allie and June by themselves, like training on the field when they finally got
June
out
and
there.
Christen and like all these things. And so there's a big, wonderful love fest happening before the game. Everyone's emotional. There's signs everywhere in the stadium. Olivia Moultrie ends up with a brace. Controversial brace also, for the record. The penalty that was awarded to Portland, I think has been discussed ad nauseum. And it has been communally agreed on, because every broadcast recap I heard, every clip from a live broadcast of the game, everyone was like, what? Why wasn't that reviewed? Why wasn't that called back? What was that? That's not a penalty.
There's very few things that VAR is allowed to review, penalties being one of them.
Yeah. There was a big delay too, and I was like, what are you doing in that little earpiece, Jacqueline? What's happening in your earpiece? Who's talking to you? Is anyone talking to you? And
she's miming. Oh.
Let's back to the studio, please. That's what it felt like. Oh. Or like Mariah Carey being like, oh, sorry, my in-ears went out. Whatever. There's too much feedback. So after that penalty, I don't feel like Angel City gave up. I feel like it sucked the life out of them. Of just, are you effing serious? Today of all days. Like the wind couldn't turn in the specific way. One of those, but
I think the reason that it felt like it might have sucked the wind out of them, sucked the energy out almost, was I agree that it went after that.
Like it felt like the balloon that goes.
And it just, yes, it was that. But I think it was because at that point, we were already into the second half and we were another 15 into the second half. We spent 60 minutes getting battered, getting no calls whatsoever.
If a player standing there and just gets shoved and like flies and there's no call at all, not even just a normal foul, insane, diabolical.
The very first one that I was just like, oh shit, this is how the game's gonna go. Like the first call that I was like, damn it, this is what it's gonna be. Was the no call basically with MA going to the ground with
like someone stepped on her ankle, something like.
They were both like, they both had basically had their like legs intertwined, but I think it might have been Giselle. I'm not sure.
Oh, it wasn't MA, but it was Giselle, where she like fell, and
yeah. And then so if it wasn't MA, whoever it was with Portland was like, they were playing footsies and they were trying to get, but then it was very much like Portland tackled the player, and that's why they were on the ground playing footsies. And then she blows the whistle, the ref does. And then points the completely wrong way.
Yeah, it felt like
and then everybody was like, what?
Could point to one direction. Or with one arm. Like, it just.
That call was the one where I was just like,
yeah.
Yep, it's going downhill from here.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a pretty game.
We were like, MA was probably like, oh, this is what that feels like? Hell yeah. Good for her. I hated seeing her in a Portland kit. Especially those ones, because I don't like those like pinky red ones. I don't like them at all. I don't get it. Like, but the black and red ones are cool. But I hate it. But I'm happy that she's happy and she's in a place that is good for her. And that's wonderful. I'm still going to collect every trading card of hers for the remainder of her career. Like, she's still going to be one of my favorites regardless. But we were all like, Vero, me, my mom, like all of us were like, yeah, MA is probably just, this is what it feels like to be on the other side of that. Got it. Sick.
This is what it feels like to get calls.
Yeah.
For us.
This is what it's like. But yeah, I think overall, this is one of the most poorly officiated games I've seen, like across sport. And that's not just because, it was against my team. It was just egregious. It wasn't just my disclaimer, referees are human. They will miss things. That's okay. That happens. That's real life. That's the whole point. The human element of the game. But this was bad. In a bad way. It was ugly.
It was ugly. It was almost to the point where you take off the Angel City hat and you start putting on the tinfoil hat a little bit, because it can't be that bad. Like, you are now being intentionally that bad. Like,
especially once the crowd turned on her, which was like the entirety of the second half. It felt it got worse. Like, I'm sticking to my guns.
I've heard the ref you suck chant. There's been a lot of ref you suck chants happening at a lot of the games that I couldn't make. This was the loudest I think I've heard the stadium. This was like north, south, east, and west.
Yeah.
Was like ref you suck.
This feel, and it had the same level, like volume level of when they called June's goal back. The one like nobody forgives.
Yeah.
Trevor, if you will. Like, it's that level of like everyone was involved. But I will say, and this is the part that surprised me and that I didn't really enjoy, I haven't heard a crowd be that hostile. I have been known to say, you have one job, it's not that hard. But like an F you, go back to where you effing came from. Like, some crazy stuff was being said around us. And everyone's, we toe the line at being mean. But like that's where we're going right now. I get it. Everyone is, like I said, very up in the feels. Emotions were high. But man, oh man. My last piece on my tinfoil hat is you can't be a pro ref at that level and and be intentionally like this bad. Like, yes, I agree. That's the beauty. It's the love and hate relationship we have with this sport, is that, or with all sport, right? There's a human element of the referee. Mm-hmm. A lot of other sports, though, have like video review for every single little thing, and then they'll go back and they'll call it back. Or they have like conversations or repercussions. That's like illegal in women's sports to have repercussions for being bad at things. Ownership, coaching.
Yes. Yeah.
Harassment. Like, you just, oh no, like we should just be grateful. No. Yeah.
No. We should be grateful. That time has passed. That time should have never been there. It's like, no.
Exactly.
To the reffing point, I think my favorite is whenever baseball refs have to have the conversation and they actually pull out the rule book.
Yes.
It's like my favorite. Yeah. Like all four of them are like looking through the rule book and trying to look at it. But it's one of these things where, okay, how can you be that blind to what was happening right in front of you? Mm-hmm. How are your sideline refs not communicating anything beyond that? I know they're not the ones they're not supposed to be calling fouls for you, but give your center ref give him a little look.
Yeah.
And then
get it together.
Yeah. And then also, when there's a VAR opportunity, like I said, there's very few, do them. So there was a failure by 8 people there.
Yeah. There's 4 or 5 referees just to make sure that things don't fall through.
This is not like Sunday Rec League where it was like, you don't even have lines refs. Like you just have the center ref and that's it. No.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take my tinfoil hat off.
For now. But overall, like, aside from the game, Sunday was such a wonderful example of the community that Angel City has built. We got there early, didn't make it over to FanFest, but mostly because we were like, we got 15 minutes, we're just going to stay at the gate because I'm getting pins and I'm getting a towel. So we ended up with 2 Allie Riley towels and a Christen Press towel. And upon entry, my mom, Eva, and I all ended up with a Savvy King pin. All 3 of us with the same pin. And I was like, we're trading. Like, I think everyone collectively also agrees we should have just either all gotten a 4-pack of pins. They should sell the 4-pack of pins or something. Like, just I want all 4. I have 3. Somebody was trying to sell one for $75 on eBay, but it's the only one we've seen so far. It's a whole thing. But the trading of towels, of pins, of everything was so much fun. I had brought a bunch of my extra Portland Thorns base cards, and I had one to give to somebody from Portland, like who collects Portland cards, and we were trying to find each other, and then I'm looking for anyone in Portland jerseys. Like, do you collect cards? Do you want base cards? And they're like, oh my God. And I'm talking to some folks, and they're like, yeah, we have 2 of the same.
Did a sticker go with that card?
No, because I forgot all my stickers at home. I got there and I was like, all the stickers. Oh, and Eva goes, no, because I was going to make it rain, and then I completely forgot. But no, it was a blast. We met a whole bunch of really cool people, and it was just really nice because people are walking around like with their phones. We'll trade June Endo for Riley Tiernan or whatever. More of this, everybody. More of this. There were so many people giving away trading cards, like past players, former players, current players, everything. Of just, who do you have? Do you want to trade this? And it was so fun and so perfect to be an Angel City game like that.
Yeah, I ended up trading a towel, a Christen Press towel, because the guy, it was him and his 2 daughters, but they ended up all getting Allie Riley towels.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll switch with you. Somehow we lucked out with 2 and 2.
Oh, nice.
We had 2 Christen Press and 2 Allie Riley, because there's 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, here you go. Like, my kids, it's a new blanket for their stuffy. That's what it is. It's not and I traded with him. I was about to try to trade because we ended up getting 1 June Endo, which was great because that's Maddie's favorite player, and she was like, yay. And then we got 3 Riley Tiernans. So I was like, I got 2 to trade. I got like anybody. And then I was talking to him, and he was like, oh yeah, my daughter's like already trying to trade. They got 1 of each except for, I think, Savvy. I think they were missing Savvy. They had Giselle Riley and June. So I was like, yeah, everybody was
like
fun.
It's just so fun just walking up to strangers like, do you want to trade? Like, what are you doing right now? Do you want to trade? And it was so cool, and it really just exemplified the community around this team, because it didn't feel like you were ever talking to a stranger. And like the Portland fans were like, this is cool. This is fun.
I will say it was a fun happenstance of things that happened because of the kind of everybody wanting to trade and make that little connection. I do agree, though, it should have just been a 4-pack.
Yeah. And then it should have been like a 20,000. Like, it should have been everybody. It should have been. Pins are expensive. We've bought them for this podcast, but come on.
I actually appreciate the gate exit giveaway.
Yeah.
Rather than the gate entry. One, because honestly, like, I don't want to hold shit in my hands. I don't know. Like,
I know. I don't want to hold on.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna put it in the cup holder, and then I'm gonna forget. No, I don't. But do it on the way out. Like, on the way out, just hand everybody 1, and let everybody trade outside. But then again, that means you have to get enough for everybody. Like, you have to get the 20,000, 22,000 in the stadium versus like the first 10,000.
Yeah.
So super sorry to anyone out there who didn't get any. Or one of our listeners, Vero, messaged the group being like, they ran out by the time
and they got there early too. And that's the thing. People were also walking around just taking them. Another reason why it should have just been a 4-pack. But whatever. Let's fast forward. Let's talk about Postgame. The game ends. Right. Everybody knows what's going to happen. I think nobody really wanted it to happen, but retirement ceremonies started. They literally rolled out the pink carpet, brought out flowers, brought out commemorative jerseys, brought out family, brought out friends, brought out Bob, Christen Press, and Tobin's dog. It was just a beautiful celebration of 2 wonderful careers. It was very cute because Christen was talking about how she wanted something really intimate and low key, but I think deep down she also understood that no, you've actively changed the game of women's soccer internationally. No, that's not how this works for you. So she was able to have more of the quiet side of the ceremony, and that's most likely why she waited to announce till 2 weeks ago.
It was the week of.
Yeah. Well,
she announced it on like Tuesday. Oh, she announced it on Wednesday because we recorded.
Yeah. And she was on GMA. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also get it. She's not one for fanfare. She's very private. But at the same time, girl, do you know what you've done? Like, truly, Christen Press, what have you done? Look at all these things. We will have a bigger retirement episode for CP and for Allie, probably separately, because there's so much to talk about in both of them. You could tell Allie was like down to party, down for the celebration. So my section was just like 4 columns of seats over from where all of her friends and family were, up in the boxes. And they had those big, like, giant fat head cutouts. And Duda Paval, who is a commentator, she does sideline stuff. She's all over the place. She's wonderful. She's also incredibly silly. So at the 5-minute mark, when everybody starts chanting Allie Riley's name, she's got the head hanging over the front of the box and she's like slapping it to make a big sound. And I turn around and we just start cracking up because I had already taken a picture of her before the game, because they had current Allie Riley and baby Allie Riley, these like big ass heads. And they're just like dancing around all their friends. It was so cute. And I was like, can I get a picture of you guys? Which is what we posted on Instagram. And halfway through the second half, when everybody is like peer pressuring to get Allie Riley on the pitch, because why didn't the ball stop ever in like the 78th to the 85th minute? I was like, toot, just let her in. Duda was hitting, and she had like current Allie Riley's face. She hit it so hard it bent like right here across her forehead. My mom goes, it's before she gets Botox. It's okay. And then she dented her eye, and everyone was just cracking up. She was like, what have I done? But no, it was a little like extension of the Allie Riley party in 227. But once the ceremony started, I like was recording the whole thing on my phone, just like taking long videos, but segmenting it. I just was holding my phone and zoomed in, trying not to shake, because once it zooms in, you move of a fraction of a fraction, and it's like this, like an earthquake. The entire time I have buckets of tears like falling out of my eyes because I can't like sniffle or stop myself because it's going to pick up on the video. And I was like, but you know what? I'm so happy for them. And they got to ride off into the sunset and have a great time. And then go party together at Untamed Spirits in Silver Lake, TFTI. But I get it. You don't know us like that. But it looks like there was a blast that was had.
Yeah.
As deserved.
It was a really nice ceremony. Each one of them got their really nice video package. Yeah. Literal flowers. They got a video package. Christen Press's was a bit more understated than you would expect, but I think that's also her. She's for as big as Christen Press is. I think there's a part of her that's, no, I'm not that big, or I know, but I don't want to.
Yeah, it's I understand, but I'm not going to lean into it.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is because of fans, truthers, whatever you want to call them, who like essentially forced her and Tobin to have to incubate themselves very privately because people were off the rails for a really long time and kind of still are. And it's unfortunate because like, just let them live.
Yeah.
Just let them be themselves.
Yeah. The dark side of fandom.
Big time right there.
So totally get it. And yeah, hers was a little bit more understated, a little bit more, felt like a little more Christen Press. Her speech felt like a TED Talk.
Truly.
She very much had that thing like either rehearsed or she's just like that natural where she's just, yes. And then her pacing back and forth. I think that's what made it TED Talky for me. Like she's out there barefoot, just pacing back and forth, really talking to everybody, which was really nice. And Allie's just felt, it felt like fun chaos. It just, they're like.
She goes from getting roasted by her mom.
Yeah, which she had no idea that she was going to speak.
Exactly.
Right?
And then giving a very heartfelt thank you. I can't talk about it.
It was a very nice speech, 2 very different approaches to it, and both equally fun and joyous. And I'm sad that they couldn't get like the win to close it out. Hopefully they get another chance with Decision Day and they get a win on the road and able to close it out that way.
A reminder for folks who are newer to women's soccer and the NWSL. Christen Press started her NWSL trajectory in Chicago. She and Sarah played there for a very long time. So I think it's fitting that we're ending this season in Chicago for her. And I hope she plays given that, and hope she scores a friggin' banger and gets 50 regular season goals. Honestly, I don't even know if she's going to travel with the team, but like, I don't care. I hope it happens. Just to say goodbye to Chicago and like Alyssa Nair.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with all of that, I posted up. I didn't wait till the game ended like usual.
Halftime.
No, I think I did it before that. Or I might have started doing it and then everything happened and then just didn't post it till. But it was also because by that point, it didn't matter win, lose, or draw. Like, we were out. I said, we're out. Finally, mathematically, whatever. But it doesn't matter. Today's about celebration. So win, loss, draw. Give us your good feelings. With the game the way it ended up, it was pretty hard to find those good feelings about the game. There was everybody was happy and had good feelings about the retirement ceremony and everything. But for the last home game, here we go. Ethan came with his haiku, which he double checked on a haiku checker online, and it says it's good. Our haiku bot on Discord disagrees. I'm going to go with him.
Yes.
Game filled with despair. Wished for a better farewell. Captain, our captain. And then Cassandra's Endo's emotions broke in me whatever Alyssa's showing up hadn't.
Yeah. It was cute because I saw Alyssa earlier in the game.
I didn't see her to the end.
Like,
I didn't see her
till magically appeared again. Not like early in the game, but like earlier in the game, meaning when they were on the field. And like, you could tell nobody had seen her yet. And then all of a sudden on the big screen, you just hear, ah, from everyone.
Scott, Sugita is a delight. Chulafia is physical and willing to scrap for the ball in a way that we've been lacking. Dorson looking better. We better re-sign Miyabi.
Honestly.
She has lots of great moments. Gordon has looked much better since Strauss.
Which is saying a lot because it's Sarah effing Gordon.
Yeah. Yeah, but she was one of the first ones to really talk about, look, his development is opening up new ways of thinking. And yeah. So I think all of that encapsulates the progress we have been making since
June? May?
Since stability. I'm just going to say since something stable. And we knew it wasn't going to be a light switch, but
yeah,
I think they were all good things. Janthony hit us up with, next match is officially pre-season. Throw it all out the window. Try something new. Give Chicago CP23 fans a curtain call too. There's probably still a lot of them there.
There's CP23 fans internationally. It doesn't matter what team she plays for. Very really truly, she is in the same way Alex Morgan and Tobin and Pino and Kriegs. Like, I could name the entire roster of the 2015 and 2019 World Cup winning teams, and like, it doesn't matter.
Question before we wrap this up. For a retirement game like this, would you rather have the version of it where it's like they start the game, get to play their piece, and then when they're subbed off, they get their chance to just walk off, get the standing ovation, or the way that it was done at the game where it was like giving you time to close out the match?
I was conflicted. At first I was like, ugh, why aren't they starting? And then I realized the team's still trying to win this game. And the competitive side was like, Angela, you would be so irritated if you had to like pause 10 minutes into a game and somebody gets subbed off. And also, you don't want to burn those subs that early in the game. So strategically, once I was like, get your head out of your like heart, it was fine. And it made complete sense because in the second half, you got to have Christen sub in. And then you got to have Allie sub in and get the armband one last time. That's when I started crying. I knew it was going to happen. Sarah Gordon is obviously going to give her the armband. But yeah.
But just imagine if she didn't, though.
Oh my God, riots. No. I think
all right.
In a situation like this, granted, like Alex Morgan had to do it in the first half of the game. She's pregnant. That's different. But for this, I think it was incredibly important to have them end the game on the pitch, because it's just fitting. Because for a long time, both of them were either 90 minutes, like full game players, or in Christen's case, especially at the national and the international level, she was a game changer. She was a super sub. She came in and wrecked you in the second half when your legs were tired. So it felt appropriate. I'm going to stop talking about this now.
And the last couple of footy therapy moments, Vero came in with, and my wife laughed at this one. She thought it was hilarious. I didn't cry because my heart is dead, apparently. But I am so grateful for these two who put the team on their backs and helped create a beautiful Woso culture in LA.
Not that is black. She's just dramatic.
Yeah.
I say that as a outside of the podcast friend.
And Zach, very upset about the game, but excited for having been able to see Ali Riley and Christen Press's last home game. That's something special.
Yeah.
All right. We said this might have been a short episode, but we also said we have no clue, and we're running on like a normal schedule now. It is what it is. Let's check out the standings. Decision day is still going to be wild. I was worried about how ESPN was going to handle two games because of the fact that on a decision day, when you want all the matches happening all at once, they're like, no, we're going to put one after the other because of broadcast schedule.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus. Okay. So that's a thing that's happening. The first match is going to be Kansas City versus San Diego, which is great. It's a good matchup to put on there. Not super crucial to the standings. There's still a lot of movement that can happen from that match, but it's just going to be wild. So that match is going to happen at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 1st, sorry. And then at 5 o'clock, all other matches are going to be happening. The North Carolina Gotham game is going to be the second match on ESPN. Everything else will be on NWSL Plus. So make sure you've got your login all set up and good to go so that you can watch it. Only 7 teams have clinched from this past weekend, which means there's still one spot up for grabs on decision day. But that's not the only thing that's technically up for grabs. Out of those 7 spots, only 2 teams, again, just same as last week, because nobody was able to solidify or clinch anything
the way you thought they were going to do them.
Exactly.
Except us.
Only 2 teams have locked in their place, which is Kansas City winning the Supporter Shield, being in first. Nothing can take them away from that. And the Spirit have locked in second place. So here's the permutations of what can happen for the 8th spot. It's between North Carolina and between Louisville. If Louisville win, they're in. Plain and simple. If they draw or have a loss, they need North Carolina to draw, and they're in the playoffs. Now, on the flip side, if North Carolina win, they need Louisville to draw or have a loss, and North Carolina's in the playoffs. A draw or loss for North Carolina, and they're out. If both teams end up losing their decision day match,
Imagine.
Louisville moves on. So
Wild.
that would be the funniest version of all of this, would be both of them losing, yet Louisville squeaks through. 3 through 7 are still flippy floppy. So Louisville and North Carolina, they can only swap spots. They can only swap into that 8th spot, and that's it. They can't go any higher. 3 through 7 is completely flippy floppy. 7th could jump up to 3rd. It's super tight. It seems there's way too many permutations to sit and bore you through all of that right now. But it seems like 40 points is the magic break point for a home game. If you hit 40, you're going to secure those last 2 spots. Anything below that, you're going to stay in the bottom half of the playoffs. But all the teams have the potential to hit 40 or more. Right?
That's crazy.
I think it's I think right now the max score is between 40 to 42 or something like that. That's how much all of that can flip-flop on decision day. Which makes me really wish there was a multi-view, there was a whip-around show, there was something, because it's so tight. There's other years where the playoffs were decided 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. This one could have been decided 2 weeks ago, but it's been slowly getting towards the point where it's like, the things still not quite working out the way everybody wants them to, and then now we're at what we want. We want that chaos, we want the decision day, we want all of them happening at the same time. Which, you know what, five matches out of 6, or however many there are, having all of those all at once besides that first one with KC, it's still a really fun, chaotic everything. So we'll definitely do our recap or pre-cap of our last match on decision day against Chicago next week. But for now, that's what it is. Set your schedules, set your calendars, block out your time, find a bar. It's an away game for us, so find a bar to go watch the game at. Do the things. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun, wild day for NWSL fans.
And in the meantime, since we have about a week or so for that, don't forget, on Thursday the 23rd, the U.S. women's national team is playing Portugal in Philly or Chester, whatever. It's in essentially Philadelphia. The game's going to be played at 4 p.m. Pacific, and it'll be on TNT, True TV, HBO Max, Peacock, and Westwood One Sports. And then on Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific, they'll be playing in East Hartford, Connecticut, again against Portugal. Same broadcast, TNT, True TV, all that good stuff. Here's hoping that it doesn't overlap with the World Series, because as irritating as the Dodgers front office has been, I'm still a girl from LA who grew up in Allegiant Park. So like, Dodgers.
Yeah. Game 1 will now be played away.
Yeah. As
on
well,
Fridays.
Game 2 and 3, I think. I never remember the 7 layout because it changes. It's like 2-3-2 or something like that.
Yeah. So whatever that is. But the funny part is that last year also, when the Dodgers were in the playoffs and the World Series started around this point, it was, so this Friday is my kids' trunk or treat event, because it's put on by the PTO, and then they have their Halloween parade thing on Halloween. But last year it was also like game 1 on the day of the trunk or treat or something like that.
That's awful.
So there was a parent that we were talking to them. They were dressed up in all Dodger gear.
Love it.
They had the projector going on with the game.
Heck yeah. That's a good parent right there.
In the parking lot. The funny part is that like you have parents lingering. Like as the kids are just the kids are safe. They're in a enclosed area with their school friends, stuff like that. So it's fine. But like a lot of the parents were like, and then I was talking to one of the parents there, and I was like, this is so cool that you guys put this up. They're like, oh yeah, we had to figure this out like right away. We actually had a whole other car display thing, but they're like, but there's a game today and we can't miss it. So we just decided we were going to project it.
I love it.
So most likely the game 1 is going to be projected during the trunk or treat event on Friday.
Fantastic. Thank you everyone for listening. If you've gotten this far, make sure you hit the subscribe button wherever you're listening. Thank you for another season of us yapping on the internet. We greatly appreciate it. Check out casualfc.com for all the additional podcast links if you need to listen somewhere else. We're also on YouTube. You can see us there. I throw a peace sign and scratch my nose for anybody who needs it. Also, I'm only sniffling a lot because my allergy meds are wearing off. I haven't cried that much. Follow us on social media at CasualFCPod on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. If you're on BLUESKY, you can follow us at casualfc.com, but like not much happens there for us. We're figuring it out. Social media is changing. It's weird. In so many ways it's changing. But most importantly, I think, come hang out with us in the Discord. It is a bunch of silly, loving weirdos on the internet in our little safe little corner. check out the link in our bio for the invite there. If you can't find it or you need help, DM us, email us. Yeah, come say hi, come hang out. It's really silly. If you can like or share or comment to support the pod, we always greatly appreciate it. On posts, on episodes, on social media things, anything like that. It's always important. Engagement feeds the algorithm and allows us to be found by new people every week, and it's really awesome. You can grab some of our merch at shop.casualfc.com. There will be some end of season surprises going up pretty soon, hopefully. And if you feel so inclined and you want to help support the pod financially, you can do so by quote unquote buying us a coffee. Check out the link in the bio of all of our socials, or go to buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. We don't expect it, but we always appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's supported us over the last 3.5 seasons. It's absolutely bonkers that you actually like what we do, and it's so cool. Last but not least, we've got one more game on the schedule. Tell a friend about the pod. It brings us good luck. We ship it over to the team, and hell, they're going to need it in Chicago. I love you guys. Go Angel City. Bye.
Everyone.
Yesterday at work, my coworker goes, I'm going to put Lotto on. You know who Lotto is?
No.
So she's a female rapper. She's amazing.
Okay.
And I'm over at my desk, just like, and it's just the two of us in the office, and she doesn't see it for a good 10 seconds. And she finally just looks over and loses it. I've never seen, I just want to see you drunk and turned up in a club. And I said, I don't need to be drunk to do that. You think I get embarrassed?
Nah.
No, I'll do this stone cold sober. And she just was busting up. She's, who even are you right now? I was like, I don't know.
I got the videos.
I'm just like this.
It's, you know what? We got to find our fun somewhere.
Honest to God. I'm sorry. So, you know how Eva has the Shrek Crocs?
No, but yes. At the same time.
Mom got Eva one more again.
After I specifically said, don't drop that dun da da. Hey, don't drop that dun da da. Don't drop that dun da da. Hey.
That's it. Welcome everybody to Casual FC.
Oh man, so many things to choose from for the beginning. Just
hurry up. Start the show. Let's go.